Doug MPA back with another video. So you guys know how much I hate psychology today in these psychological journals. Okay, it's a bunch of PhD and counselors who do studies and put them all together, and they're usually studies that show evidence for women to hate men. But every so often, they get it right. So this article is called "The Difficulty of Recognizing DV Against Men." This Kaylee Gillis brings up some really good points. We're going to go over this article, and at the end, she brings up 6 ways to tell if a man you know is being DV'd. And I would argue that those 6 points are just standard fare when you're in a relationship with a modern woman in 2023. So we're going to get into this article. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And put in the comments what you think about DV towards men in 2023. Have you been DV'd by a girlfriend or your wife? Do you know any guys? Do you know any guys who just are attracted to women who DV them? Let me know in the comments, okay? She starts, gender stereotypes make it difficult to view men as victims and women as perpetuators of DV. That's true. Female perpetrators tend to use different methods of the A word than men, often relying on psychological and manipulation. Male victims of the A word often feel isolated, embarrassed, and emasculated, making it difficult for them to come forward. Okay. So the first paragraph says, it's 2022 and we still don't know a lot about DV towards men. She says, particularly straight men. Says, according to the National Coalition Against DV, 1 out of 9 men has reported experiencing intimate partner violence, though it is probably fair to assume that this statistic does not take into account the tendency of men to underreport DV due to gender roles and the accompanying embarrassment. Guys, in 2023, I think one of the main reasons why men underreport is because men have been told that we are the cause of all problems for so long. That we just think it's normal when a woman puts all of her problems, all her frustrations take it out on a man. And we are 3-4 generations deep, and men just having to endure what women do or say to be considered a good quote unquote partner. That's why I think it's underrepresented now. What do you guys think? Because I know a lot of guys where they think that to be a good husband, to be a good father, to be a good boyfriend, you just have to just endure, deal with whatever she puts out. It says, in my experience working with survivors of DV, I found that females usually operate differently than males, partially due to their inability to overpower male partners, who tend to be more physically intimidating, and also due to how females are socialized in our society. Females usually resort to non-physical forms of, on a psychological level, such as revenge-seeking behaviors, spreading rumors or revenge posts on social media, stalking, and emotional A word. You can't say that word too many times, so YouTube will flag it. Women know logically that they will most likely not be able to physically surpass a man's capabilities, but they have enhanced other more cunning skills, psychological warfare. Unfortunately, I find that this form of the A word is capable of more harm due to it being a lot harder to spot and even more difficult to prove. Boom, there it is, guys. JD and AH, remember that? All these cases of what just women just long term psychologically terrorizing men, guys. And women know it's a potent weapon. So that's why they're never going to make it an issue to address this when it goes from women to men. Because women know how powerful of a weapon this is. She says, I find that this form of the A word is capable of more harm. Okay. Few legal structures exist to curtail non-physical forms of DV, making these tactics go unnoticed and unstopped for longer than physical violence would be tolerated. And that is true 100%. It's funny because part of your red pill journey, guys, if you've been married and divorced, put if you agree with me. It's not till you're divorced and you become a red pill that you realize how much you put up with and how awful the woman you were with really was. There's there's a great deal of shame among male DV survivors, with feelings of weakness, emasculation, and embarrassment being some of the most common sentiments I hear expressed. Not only are these men combating trauma from abuse, but they are also suffering from fighting against societal stereotypes. Many survivors share common themes of self doubt and frequent questioning of their experience. But when the experience is non physical, these feelings exacerbate an already present uncertainty. This can lead to people, including the victim, asking, but is it really that bad? And how much damage can one woman do? That's our current society in 2023, guys, right there. Women are still seen as these delicate flowers, and how could she hurt that guy? When the legal system lets women do this craziness, guys. Why do you think so many people in the red pill tell you guys don't get married? Don't even live with a woman. Don't do it. If you live with a woman, she has reign over your house and you have to leave, or she can call the police and change your life forever. The system is in place for her to be able to do these things and terrorize men. Um, so it says, due to the intimate and tight-lipped nature of DV, it is normal that victims feel isolated, and it's common for them to feel that they are the only ones with this experience. Being a male in our culture adds another element of shame due to our socialization of men as being unable to discuss feelings and concerns with others. See, this is an old article because I think that men have been pushed to talk to their feelings to others, but when you do it with your woman, if you talk about your feelings, she'll use what you say to her as part of the weapon she's using against you. And then general society doesn't care. So even if we get to the point where guys can talk about their feelings, we need to get society to care first, and we need to get women to stop using men's feelings against them as weapons. Most people would assume that a man would be able to stop any unwanted actions of DV, and therefore don't take it too seriously when these cases inevitably present themselves. This creates an environment that is not conducive to supporting men through, domestic a word. I can't say that too many times. Okay, so guys, once again, think about if you've been in a relationship or you got out of a marriage in 2023. Think about if if any of these were part of your common experience, because I would argue that these 6 are just par for the course, especially in the world of boss babes, social media, women are the prize. I can have it all. This is what it's like to date a modern woman in 2023. Number 1, extreme jealousy or possessiveness from the partner, not being able to attend functions or go out with friends alone or allow other forms of privacy. Being scared of his partner's reaction to text calls, social media requests from other women. That's a big one. 3, the partner tells very personal details about the partner or the relationship out of malice, making fun of him. That's a big one too. Guys, how many of your significant others or girlfriends or wives tell all you guys' business in your house to all of her friends and her family? And you go around them and they're giving you this side eye, like, what's wrong with them? It's just they know they know her side of every single detail of every single time you guys fight. 4, the partner threatens to delete herself if he or she does not behave in a certain way or do certain things asked of him. Now, I would take this back. I wouldn't say threatens to delete herself. I can't say the K word, but threatens to leave or threatens to call the police or threatens to do something that she knows will ruin your life. Call the police. Call your job. Send text messages. Destroy your reputation. They will threaten to do that if you don't do what she says, because she knows there's no consequence. Having other people do their dirty work, asking friends to drive by his house or otherwise checking up on him. Women and their friends, man. Enough said. Bragging about trying to get him fired from his job or another punishment for leaving the relationship, like I said before. This is par for the course in 2023, guys. That's why on my channel I always say MGTOW or passports are the only way, guys. Okay? Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one.